This is me stuck in the closet. I don't ever plan on coming out of the closet. The literal closet, I mean. For those of you who don't know, this year I decided that I would live like a nomad, meaning that I am not tied down to one place and I'm just moving around constantly. Some of you pointed that out already anyway, because if you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll notice that the backgrounds in my videos every few months change frequently. Coincidentally, I seem to be moving locations every time I do a review for A Court of Thorns and Roses. Am I on the run every time I make a video about Sarah J Maas out of shame of my neighbors hearing me yell about fairy dick? Or am I escaping landlord contracts every time I stain the bathtub with dick soap? We'll never really know. I officially started living as a nomad in June of this year, and my first location is San Francisco, which is where this apartment takes place in. But by the time I post this video, I will be all the way in New York. Did I decide to move out of California because I saw the Kissing Booth characters road tripping around the state? Again, we'll never know for sure. I feel like my first apartment for this adventure has pretty much already spoiled me. It's a top floor apartment, there's lots of natural light, there's lots of pretty plants. It's like a 10-minute walk away from Ocean Beach and Golden Gate Park. It's a really nice place. Obviously, you've only seen this backdrop so far in my videos, but let me go ahead and show you the rest of my apartment in full. Speaking of living in beautiful homes, I want to say thanks to Birch Living for sponsoring this video. Birch is a premium mattress company that makes sleep products that are stylish, comfortable, and environmentally conscious. All of their mattresses are organic and non-toxic and made in America using only 4 materials straight from nature. Since I'm moving around constantly, I gave my free mattress to my friend Vincent. He recently moved to San Francisco, and when I visited him and saw his room, I was like, oh my god, you need to get a real bed. Let me help you out here with this sponsorship. It was super easy for me to order the mattress online instead of going to the store. They delivered it right at his door, and free shipping is available in the US. So I sent him a full-size mattress in exchange for him to send over clips of himself unboxing it. He's had this for over a month now, and he told me that it's so much more comfortable compared to his old one. He's been sleeping a lot better and feeling more well-rested, so he's been really loving this gift. Each mattress also comes with 2 of their Eco-Res pillows made from recycled plastic bottles, which are breathable and better for the environment too. They also recently launched the Birch Luxe, which has organic cashmere and is just this whole new level to their original mattress. They have a 100-night sleep trial plus a 25-year warranty. So if you're looking for a new bed, you can check out Birch Living at my link in the description for $400 off your mattress, plus with the 2 free pillows that my friend also got. Now on to the rest of my tour. Oops, I dropped my keys.
What ass?
Hi, welcome to my apartment. There's not really like a foyer or anything, but we have like little hanging racks here that I like to put my tote bag, so whenever I go out, I'm ready. There's a very tiny shoe rack over here, but I only have 2 pairs of shoes anyway, because that's the nomad life where you pack light. When I first booked this room, I did not know there would be a long ass hallway. This is much more walking than I'm used to. This is pretty much the most walking I get in my daily life. I really like the hallway because when you walk down, there's like tons of posters as you go along. And all the posters on here are, I believe, local concerts around San Francisco. You can tell that the owners here are designers because they definitely choose posters that have like a graphic design element. My favorite poster is the one of the native birds of New Zealand here. When you first walk into the hallway, this is pretty much the main thing that you see. This is a giant map that pinpoints all of the places that the Airbnb hosts have traveled. So they've been around the US a lot, they've been around the lower part of Brazil a lot. They haven't visited Africa a lot. No love for Russia either. They haven't been to India. They've been to these random islands.
You judging random people?
You can tell that they travel a lot and I like to show that they're very cultured. I sound like I'm mocking them. I'm not. They seem like a great, wonderful white couple. And I really like that they personalized their apartment with just all these things from their travels. So we just really have this, like, I don't know how to describe it, this little moment to welcome you in. This is where I put all of like my keys here. We got a little, what I like to call grandma flowers. I water these two plants like every 2 weeks. This is my favorite space and the most aesthetically pleasing space, but for tax purposes, I'm saying that this is like my work area because this is like where I film. You are gonna see me in all my videos filming from this couch exclusively. I always set the camera on the table here propped up on a bunch of books. The theme of this Airbnb is kind of like boho jungle. A lot of the decor is very like bohemian, but they have tons of plants that I water every week. This mask, I believe, is called a Ringda mask, and they got it from Bali. This is like representing some kind of evil creature. The whole shtick is that they try to defeat the good version of their counterpart. I'm pretty sure someone from Bali will correct me on this. Oh, and I found out that it eats children too. So, little fun fact. Over here is like the TV. Again, for tax purposes, I'm using this space to research YouTube videos, maybe watch my own YouTube videos if I muster up the courage to see me on the big screen. When I posted this on my Instagram story, people thought that this was like my own bookshelf. It's not. These are the Airbnb owners. And again, you can tell that one of the owners is a designer because designers always have books like these, Atomic Habits, Talking to Strangers, but just like these general books. What I really like are these sand vials. This couple that owns the apartment travels a lot, and it's really cute that they have all these vials that have a bunch of sand and they label it for every beach that they go to. So some of them are from New Zealand, some from Hawaii, Indonesia, California. So it's a really cute idea, and it's like a nice way to decorate it with a personal touch. This is a little reading nook. We get like a good view of the garden that I'll show you later. It's nice to be in this area because not only is it really quiet, but the buildings are super low. It's not like downtown San Francisco where you get the, skyscrapers. And because there's a reading nook on both ends, there's tons of natural light right when you walk into the living room. Beneath it is a bunch of little compartments. And again, for tax purposes, because I'm trying to deduct this area here, I'm keeping it all work related. Over here, I have any camera equipment like my tripod, recyclable paper that I use to package books when I give them out for giveaways. So we have like the tape and everything. This is just like miscellaneous stuff I got from work, like masks and stuff. The rest here is my merch that I had to figure out what to do with it. I don't know if my merch will be available by the time I post this video, but if it's not, here's like a sneak peek of it. I'm wearing it right now anyway. It says Yearning on it, so this is my Yearning collection. Hopefully it'll be out by then because I've been like procrastinating on this merch for like over a year now. Over here is, I guess, the closest thing to my bookshelf collection. I'm not trying to collect books because I'll be moving constantly. These are all just library books or books that I got from the publisher, but I'm gonna be giving them away anyway, which is also related to this. I get Book of the Month books every month because they are my main sugar daddy every month, and I also give them away. This belongs to the Airbnb owner. I never use this. Elias visited me and he was like, oh, you exercise. And I was like, I've never touched this thing in my life. Right now, this is the first time I've ever touched it. But check out my manicure, really cute. I got it from my Netflix show. This is the most basic thing that they have in their entire apartment. All you need is love, ... and a sunset. Like, you might as well just say live, love, laugh. stuff. But other than that, you know, everything's pretty unique and personal. This hanging plant, I think is my favorite plant. And it's also pretty fun to water because I get up on this like a big girl and I water it every week. Every time I water my plants, I just feel like a wholesome girl who's living my best life. There's just something about plants that are so wholesome, even though I'm barely trying to keep these alive. Just like myself. Dark jokes. Next, I will show you the dining area. This is where I work on non-YouTube stuff. I like to separate YouTube from the rest of my life because believe it or not, I do other shit besides fairy dick or whatever videos I make. It's both like a workspace and also just an eating space. So we have this little spinny moment. We also have another seating area here that could also be used as a reading nook or like a lounge area, or if someone wants to sit here and eat. It's again just a really nice view of the neighborhood outside. Tons of natural light, which I love. This plant, I don't know. They didn't mention to water this, but it's looking kind of sad, so I do try to water it whenever.
Maybe you're killing it.
No, it was already like starting to droop before I started watering it.
Airbnb owners watch this and they're like, fuck this bitch, she's killing our plant.
They didn't mention to water this, so I didn't. And then like it was starting to feel sad and I was like, maybe I should water it, so I tried. This is a bar cart. I am pretty sure they put their drinks in here and then they hid it somewhere when I moved in. So that was kind of rude of them. And then we get to the kitchen area. It's a little bit old, but I still think it has some kind of charm to it. The wallpaper here is just really nice, a little funky, gives a lot of character. This is a poster that shows the seasonal fruits and vegetables, which is very handy to know if I were to eat fruit. Speaking of fruit, this is gonna be the only time you'll see fruit in my kitchen. The only reason why there's fruit here is because I was in the office at my full-time job, and then they sent out emails saying that they were gonna close the office because of the Delta variant. So I was like, oh shit, I need to get as much food as I can, but they only had fruit available. So that's why I have this. And now I look like I'm healthy. I really like this poster. So this is from Outside Lands. I think it's like some kind of concert or live show that happens every year in Golden Gate Park. But this poster is really nice because if you look at the textures, whoever designed this poster, they use specific textures that you can see are similar to the wooden grain of the kitchen. So again, the person who put together this apartment has a really good eye for interior design and decorating everything. So what's nice about staying in an Airbnb is that you pretty much have all the dishes, bowls, utensils that you need here. It is very well stocked. The wallpaper stretches all around to this little sink area. We have a little spice rack. They have like a lot of stuff, too much stuff. Like I don't even use a lot of this stuff. What I use mostly is what you're gonna see here in this island area. So this island, I feel like is a good way to store a lot of things, but still take up less space. You have all of these little compartments to have all the pots and pans. But there's also these little shelves here that you can pull out. So there's just different little compartments that you can find out. So all the utensils are like right here. I really don't have anything in my fridge. This is HelloFresh stuff. This actually belongs to Elias because he's gonna cook this. But once I get HelloFresh again, you're gonna see that more often. This fruit is not mine. It belongs to Elias. What does belong to me is the little takeout box. Elias is looking much more healthy than I am, but I do have to say, I do think I eat healthier than him.
I feel like that's a lie. I feel like I eat pretty healthy when I cook.
But every time like we eat takeout, you're like, let me get like the fried wings, let me
That's
get
when
this.
I go out to eat,
All
but
right.
when I cook, it's different.
Well, I'm gonna cook HelloFresh, so I'm gonna be cooking healthy too.
Not Cindy slandering my name.
Wait, is this yours?
Yes, that is
Uh-oh.
organic juice.
Oh my god, why the hell are you looking healthy in my own video? None of these sauces on the inside are mine. I only use the water filter. I only drink water in this house because I like to
We both do.
be healthy.
You want to show them your unhealthy portion of what you eat in this cabinet?
So I bothered to like clean up this apartment, but I didn't bother to clean up what's inside. So I have a bunch of
Cindy's,
noodles.
Cindy's.
Everything here is Cindy's except this bag.
These were given to me by a subscriber. Sergey, if you're watching this, thank you. This I only bought because I wanted to get high so that I could just eat a bunch of snacks. And this was also given to me by Sergey.
So your subscribers are literally trying to feed you your skinny little ass.
Yeah, because I'm hungry. I only have these two because I was working on something for Netflix. They asked me what my favorite snacks were, and I said sour cream and onion Pringles, and they got a bunch for me, and I stuffed them in my backpack so I could bring a suitcase full of snacks.
How many did you
home.
bring home?
I just brought whatever I could fit in my backpack. And then TSA checked my suitcase and they were like, what the fuck? Did she rob a 7-Eleven?
Oh, do the desk.
Oh, okay. This is my workspace, part of my office, you could say. So basically the living room, I'm considering it as my work office slash filming area slash YouTube stuff. When you like freelance or you're self-employed as YouTube and you want to deduct a space, you have to dedicate a specific space for like filming or working on your YouTube videos or whatever. So I'm trying to be mindful of that. This is my desk where I edit my videos. I always use a planner every single day. Look at that shit. It's filled up every day. Just girl boss things, you know? I always have a water bottle to stay healthy because, I don't know, I guess I'm just like a lifestyle and health influencer.
Ew.
I always have my floss here because I always floss every day.
So random. Why do you have floss on your desk?
Because that way I can floss while I do work.
What?
You're gonna need the floss after you go down on me. It's easier to do something every day when you have it at a space that you're gonna be in every day. So if you wanna floss every day, put it at a space where you're at daily. I always have floss.
Floss tips from Cindy 101.
I always have my antidepressants because I'm a depressed bitch. I always have my vitamins because, you know, I like to be healthy. Actually, I only got this from a sponsor and I realized that they were expiring this month, so I'm gonna try to like I have this little cortisone because I'm getting rashes like, in random parts of my body and they change every few months. Now it's been like on my armpits. Back in the day, it used to be near my coochie. Thank God that moment is over. Last thing I have is a tattoo balm because I recently got a tattoo. These are just things that I'll put on my desk because I know I'm gonna use them every day. Let's go down to see my bedroom. This is my bedroom. This is a king size bed because I want to live it up. I never have my bed made. I only made it for the sake of this video. We also have a bunch of random pictures here. Is this a Chinese character? You
I
think?
think so. I don't want to say yes.
I don't want to say yes either, else they'll be like, oh, you think all Asians are the same? They put this because, you know, you gotta look cultured. You can't look cultured unless you put a random Asian character to show that you're chill with the Orientals. They have the North Polar chart, of course, to show that they travel. This little portrait of them holding hands to show off that they're in love. Hate that. So fun fact, I made this pose and then Ellie sketched this for me and I decided to frame it on here.
Stupid.
I love the way that you drew my boobs, babe.
I drew it so that it made you had look like boobs.
Dude, look at those melons. Dude, those are really good boobs, actually. They're very perky. They're like apples, dude. Fucking apples. I'm yearning for those titties. I always like to sleep with an eye mask. I have a little coaster so that I can also bring my water bottle here because I hydrate every day. There is the statement piece here. This map of a national park in California.
Yosemite.
Again, a lot of the choices for what they decide to hang up are very cohesive with the colors. The Yosemite map has a lot of browns, just like this brown, mustard yellow kind of color for their bed. So here we have drawers. I only use like these top three, but again, we have the grandma flowers. We have this little mirror. Actually, we have two mirrors. This mirror, it's not functional, but it's cute because it's like, why is there only half of like a mirror here and then another half here? But it's cool, right? In case this isn't like complete enough, you're like, where's the other half? You just go like this. I don't really have much like in my drawers. My PJs, my undies. After I hit my peak on YouTube and I find it hard to make money, like nobody's watching my videos anymore, then I'm just gonna be like, undies for sale.
Feet pics.
Ew, no.
You loved it when I touched and tickled your foot.
Ew, stop. Anyone with a foot fetish who's watching this? Here you go. I only have like masks. I have like earrings that I got from the shoot that I worked in with the production company. This is extra strength for when my rash gets real bad. If I'm going like, ugh, like this is too much, that's when I pull out the extra strength cream. Dermatologists have not been able to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me.
Oh my god, the entire 5 minutes has not been recorded.
Really?
No, just kidding.
Oh.
Then like, I'll redo again.
Oh no, they missed that important moment where I talked about my rashes. I have random shit on here. Ooh, actually, I have postcards on here, so whenever I send out books to people for giveaways, I like to write a little message for them because I want to be like cute and shit. I recently got gummies, very safe to consume, definitely normal gummies. Little deodorant. Okay, so when I apply on this, I'm telling you, my rashes are so bad now that when I apply on it, it fucking stings. Every morning I'm like, ugh. Anyway, just girly things. This is me stuck in the closet. I don't ever plan on coming out of the closet. The literal closet, I mean. I try to keep my clothes at a minimum because I'm just traveling with based on whatever is in my suitcase. So you don't have much here. Oh, I guess I should. Yeah, I have this because I cut my own hair. Lifestyle and beauty guru. Let's go over to the bathroom. Oh, I actually have two bathrooms. So this is the main bathroom that I use. I really like the wallpaper on here. It's very relaxing to look at whenever I take a shit. This butterfly is from Peru. Actually, these two are both from Peru. This is from Madagascar, and this butterfly is from Indonesia. I like to just say where these butterflies are from as if I know butterflies really well and I'm really cultured, and I'm definitely not reading off of labels. We have these cacti. You get lots of natural light on here because there is a skylight, which is wonderful. And then the second bathroom is for guests and also where I shower. But it's nice to have a second bathroom because like most of my friends are lactose intolerant. I have to put them in a second bathroom because if your bowels cannot handle milk, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you were born that way, but you better shit in a different space for me. None of this stuff is mine. This is Elias. He has more products than I do because he tries to upkeep his appearance.
Unlike some people.
We also have a skylight up in here. The decorations here are really cute. We have like a bunch of seashells that I assume that they collected from their various travels. We have this little watering can for when I water my plants. There's also a plant in here. I don't know what's going on with this leaf because I try to, you know, water it regularly. I wonder if it's because from the hot water. I had to water this plant every week as well. That's kind of awkward because obviously I'm not tall. I kind of like risk my life a little bit every week by, oh my God, by climbing on this. Ooh, ooh. And then I just risk it all for this little plant. If I ever fell and I knocked my head against something, no one would know for months. People would be like, oh, that's weird. Cindy hasn't like responded in a while. But they wouldn't like check, you know, because my friends are like all over the place.
I would check.
Well, you wouldn't have access to this area anyway. You don't know my
I've been
Airbnb
like,
owner.
hey, has Cindy contacted you in a while?
You don't have their contact info. Literally, my body would not be found until the Airbnb owners come back.
If you didn't answer me for like 2 days, I would literally come over here and then knock on the landlord's door and be like, hey, I think one of your tenants is dead and unconscious.
Damn.
And then I would do it to get clout.
And it turns out I was just sleeping for like 48 hours. Okay, so that's my little watering routine. And now let's show you the garden in the backyard. So here we have the garden. Every week I grab this hose on.
That's aggressive.
Like a little shooter game.
Dad, what the fuck?
What?
The way you water these.
How am I supposed to water them?
Shooting point. Click, click. There you go. I'm done.
Just another hard day of work done. There was a butterfly. The butterfly was like, get me the fuck out of here.
The only work Cindy will ever do. Physical labor, how did it feel?
You know, it's not much, but it's hard work. So it's pretty hard to be like an influencer, a beauty guru, a plant connoisseur, but as they like to say, live, love, laugh.
Now we're gonna get some lunch, and I'm gonna cook HelloFresh and teach Cindy how to cook because everything she makes is pretty bland in general. No seasoning.